I moved to New York when I was 26. I found the apartment online, cheap rent, small kitchen, old building in Brooklyn. The landlord seemed desperate to fill it. That should have been my first warning. The building looked normal during the day, old red bricks, narrow hallways, water stains on the ceiling. Nothing unusual for New York. The first night, I heard the crying. It started around 2:13 a.m. A woman, soft at first, then louder. Not screaming, not talking, just crying like someone had destroyed her life. The sound came from directly above my bedroom. I sat up in bed, annoyed more than scared. I figured maybe someone had a breakup or some mental health issues. In New York, you learn to ignore strange things, but it happened again the next night. 2:13 a.m. exactly. Same crying, same slow, painful sobbing. I banged on my ceiling with a broom. The crying stopped instantly. Not faded away. Stopped, like someone pressed mute. That part bothered me. The next morning, I saw an old woman smoking outside the building. I asked her if the upstairs neighbor was okay. She looked confused. Upstairs? She asked. Yeah, apartment 6B. Her cigarette froze halfway to her mouth. Nobody lives in 6B. I laughed a little. No, seriously, I hear a woman crying every night. The old woman stared at me for a few seconds too long. That apartment's been empty for years. Then she walked away. That night I couldn't sleep. I kept checking the clock. 2:11, 2:12. Then, crying. Closer this time. Not above me. Right outside my bedroom wall. I felt my chest tighten. The sound was weak and exhausted, like the woman had been crying for hours before I heard her. I opened my apartment door and stepped into the hallway. Dark, silent. Then I heard it again. Above me. I slowly walked upstairs to the 6th floor. Apartment 6. B stood at the end of the hallway. Dust covered the door handle. No welcome mat, no lights. But I could hear crying inside, clear as day. I knocked. The crying stopped. My stomach dropped. Then came 3 slow knocks from the other side. I stepped back immediately. Every instinct told me to leave. Instead, I stupidly leaned closer to the door. Hello? I whispered. Nothing. Then I heard breathing. Right against the door. Slow, uneven, like someone had been standing there the entire time. I went downstairs fast and locked myself inside my apartment. I barely slept. The next morning, I confronted the landlord. At first, he pretended not to know what I was talking about. But after I pushed harder, his face changed. Finally, he sighed. 10 years ago, a woman lived there alone, he said quietly. Her husband disappeared. People said she went crazy waiting for him to come home. What happened to her? He rubbed his forehead. She killed herself. I felt cold all over. How? She hanged herself in the bedroom. That night, I packed a bag and decided I'd stay at a hotel, but around midnight, exhaustion hit me hard. I fell asleep on the couch before leaving. Then I woke up. 2:13 a.m., no crying, just silence. For a moment, I felt relieved. Then I noticed something strange. My apartment smelled different, like old perfume and wet carpet. I looked toward the hallway. My bedroom door was open. I was sure I'd closed it. Then I saw footprints. Wet footprints. Leading from the hallway into my bedroom. I grabbed my phone flashlight and followed them slowly. My hands were shaking so badly I almost dropped the phone. The footprints stopped beneath the ceiling vent above my bed. I looked up. Something was hanging down from the vent. A piece of rope. I stumbled backward in panic. Then my phone buzzed suddenly. Unknown number. I answered without thinking. For a few seconds, all I heard was static. Then a woman whispered, "He never left." The call disconnected. I stood there frozen. Then I noticed something carved into the wooden floor beneath my bed. Words. Deep scratch marks. I got on my knees and aimed the flashlight closer. It said, "He's inside the walls." Right then, from somewhere behind my bedroom wall, I heard a man breathing.